Hi all, Brax here for another episode of Brick N Brax, and today, not Lego, we can have a look at a product called Nanoblock, this one being the African Elephant. We'll run through some details of this in a moment. So, as you can see, inside the little pouch there's 3 bags of Nanoblocks, a little green base plate and a sheet of instructions. A little bit like Lego, but just nano sized. It's not going to be compatible with Lego as far as connecting blocks together, but let's put it together and we'll take a further look. Okay, so let's do a quick comparison of the pieces. We have a regular Lego 2-stud piece on the left and a nano block on the right. As you can see, when they say nano, they really mean it. Okay, so here's 3 pieces of Nanoblock. The underside of them, as you can see, a little bit different to what we're used to with Lego and Mega Bloks, Creo, things like that. There's 2 ridges that run down the middle of some of the pieces. You have to also make sure when assembling that you've got those ridges orientated the correct way, otherwise you run into a few problems with the instructions. And let's take a look at the instructions now. So in this particular set you get one single sheet that folds out. There's only 7 steps in the instructions. How does it compare to the Lego instructions? The similarities with Lego is pretty painful to stand on, and following these instructions is quite painful too, so that's probably the only similarity with Lego here. Pretty vague, confusing, especially with those ridge pieces we looked at earlier. Sometimes it's sort of showing you what way to put them, but in a very complicated way. Let's move on to the finished set and take a look. And here's the completed elephant. Pretty much looks like it does on the packet. So you do end up with what the picture shows you should end up with. Moving around there, I'll just flip it around for you. And there's the tail. Now there is a base plate. Following the instructions, the elephant does overhang the base plate. I'm not really too sure why it's not 1 stud longer. No matter which way you turn it, it's still the same problem. And here's a regular sized Lego minifig, just to give a bit of comparison of the size of the completed elephant. It's a shame it's sort of not just a little touch bigger. Otherwise the elephant could have been fun to sort of combine with some scenes in some Lego sets or other sets that you may have, but it doesn't really look like that's going to work. The instructions do state that there's extra pieces. As you can see here, there's quite a few. I'm not really too sure what's to go with that is, why you need so many. There's possibly a reason why, but we'll get to that in a moment. Okay, in between takes there, I was pulling, I just gently poked at one of the tusks just to show the clutch power of the blocks, and the tusk came off very easily, as it does while you're building this set. They don't stick together very well, and pieces fall off. While just gently trying to put the tusk back on, this happened, and this is pretty much the big flaw in the set. From an execution standpoint, it's not worked. From a concept, yeah, brilliant. little small blocks, tiny little model. What's not to like? I really think they need to revisit these blocks and come up with a better design that allows them to hold together better. Will I reassemble this model? I said earlier I wanted it left up and on display. No, I think I'm just going to put it back in the pack for now. It is a little resealable snap-lock bag, so it'll go in there. And I think we'll get back to Lego reviews for now. I do have a couple more of these sets. At some point I will review those, but to be honest, having seen this, I think we're going to encounter a lot of the same problems, but we'll take a look anyway. So, have you tried one of these sets yet? What did you think of it? Like, comment, share, and should you decide that you want to have a go at one of these sets, I'll put the link to where they can be obtained from in the description. Thanks for watching.